Now let's go to the running backs. And we know that the prime free agent target this week is Chuba Hubbard. Christian McCaffrey, again, expected to miss at least a couple of weeks, not going on IR. So we don't look at the 3-week window as him being out. So could miss this week's game for sure against the Cowboys, and then we'll see what happens moving forward. Peyton Barber, we don't know when Josh Jacobs is going to be back, but he did have 100 yards rushing against the Dolphins in week 3 in terms of Barber. So the Raiders trusting him. The James White injury opens the door for some Patriots running back, and we should also throw Brandon Bolden in there as well. He's available everywhere. Kenneth Gainwell, more of a stash candidate, just in case something happens to Miles Sanders. And then Malcolm Brown did score, so in non-PPR leagues, he does get those goal line short yardage opportunities. Maybe you could be looking in non-PPR leagues and deeper formats to stash Malcolm Brown. But again, let's talk about Chuba Hubbard. We said it at the top of the show. How much fab you're spending, because if you're first on waivers, you're clearly picking him up for the opportunity to be the starting running back for the Panthers. Heath, you have an 0-3 fantasy team. Your running backs are a mess. You still have 80% of your fab budget. How much are you spending?
Well, I think if you're 0-3 and you don't have good running backs at all, then you may just go ahead and spend it all. You got to win this week. But what happens the rest of the season with your fab doesn't matter if you're 0-4 or 0-5. So in that scenario, I think I would probably just spend every single thing I had and hope that nobody else spent more.
Same thing if you're 1-2?
No, I think there's a big
dial
difference.
It back a little bit?
Yes, dial it back a little bit.
50%?
And it depends also. Are my running backs bad with no hope of getting better? Are my running backs bad because I've got a couple guys that are dinged up but I think are going to be fine for the rest of the season? That would depend too, but I'd be probably closer to 40% if I was 1-2.
All right, so Dave, now do the flip side of this. You're 3-0, 2-1. How much fab are you spending on Chuba Hubbard then to maybe give yourself an advantage running back depth? You don't need him, but you want him.
Well, if I don't need him, that means I don't have Christian McCaffrey on my team, and I'm 3-0 and 2-1. At that point, I'm not really trying that hard to get Chuba Hubbard on my squad. It's going to be right around 25% of the original fab.
Okay, so 25% if you're in a winning situation, closer to 50, maybe all of it if you're in a losing situation, 40 to all of it if you're in a losing situation. I totally agree. I think it depends on your circumstances, but we'll see what happens with Chuba Hubbard and what his role exactly will be. Remember, Royce Freeman probably going to have some opportunities. They already brought in Duke Johnson for a tryout. They could be adding somebody there. If you have a secondary waiver bid or a fab budget, small fab budget, take a flyer on Royce Freeman also just in case he gets an opportunity while McCaffrey is out.